The solo you're about to hear is near impossible to play. Okay, that was like close. Ouch! So what makes a guitar solo hard to play? What is it? Is it speed? Fast? Fast guitar solo? Okay, maybe it's speed. Maybe it's technique, right? Maybe it's sweep picking. Guitar solo hard, sweep picking. Maybe it's a combination of all of these. But that's not what we're gonna talk about today, okay? The solo you're about to hear is near impossible to play on the guitar. At least for me. I consider myself to have decent technique, but every time I attempt to play this solo, I get humbled. It's like I suddenly remember what it takes to play it again, and I have to build up to it. So why is it so hard to learn if I have decent technique? Why is it taking me so long to master? That's because of one thing, and that thing is articulation. 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 That whole album, Rust in Peace, has a bunch of very difficult solos to play, right? But why is this one the hardest to play? Okay, pause. Rudy, what is articulation? You know how you can change the way you speak, the way you say words, just like I said, articulation? So we move our tongue and lips to make words sound a certain way, and we do the same thing on the guitar with our fingers. Every note in this solo is played with so much aggressiveness and intention that you will just feel that it's missing when it's not there, right? Especially if you know the original, the way Marty played it. And when I cover a solo, I want it to sound exactly like the original, because for me, that's what a cover means, right? I want someone who's listening to it, who knows the song, to be like, oh my God, is this the original? I love it. Wow. It's usually very easy for me to copy the sounds that I hear, but this solo changed that for me. It absolutely destroyed me, bro. Why? Yeah, because it's fast as fuck. You have to be so precise with everything that you're doing. And it's already moving so fast. So you have to think about what you're doing and also thinking about what you're doing next. You also have to consider that sometimes the technique is just going to fail you. Like, how good is my technique compared to Marty Friedman, right? Not that good. I'm not used to practicing solos for that long and not getting them right. And this solo destroyed me in that sense. Enough for me to make a video about it, right? When you're driving on a road for the first time, you're not going to drive very fast because you don't know the road. But if you drive on that road many times, you're going to be faster. So let's try to record it and see what happens, and then we'll break it down a little bit. Is that right, Larry?
You're so small and tiny, oh my.
So even though I've been practicing this on and off for like 2-3 weeks, I'm about to record it for the first time on camera. You know what that means, right? We're about to see. I don't like the way I played that first note, bro. Still don't like the way I played that. I really need it to be percussive. As percussive as I can make it, right? Maybe it's my position. Right in this position. That's the wrong fret. There's so much margin for error, man. Like it's not fun at this point. So it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I shot that, and since then I got a soccer injury. Out of all injuries. So I messed up my quad, like where the quad connects here, it's like all fucked. So I can't put the guitar on the left leg because it hurts. And I also messed up my elbow, so I couldn't play for like a week since, but now my elbow is better, so I can play again. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna actually try to record a clean take of the solo, which I would take anything that's 95% accurate, which means a couple blunders are okay, but like, not more. Let's see how it goes. No. Yeah, I'm overthinking. It's hard, bro. I don't like it. It's hard. this one's 95%. This was exhausting. So here are the things that I wanted to have 100% in order for me to be satisfied, right? The first bend had to have that full sound, and that's done by like raking the strings, which means I use my thumb and the pick to touch the strings, and that kind of gives it that full sound. You can feel it, you can hear it. Instead of these descending licks, that bend right here, it had to have the right vibe to it, the right timing, which you kind of want to hear the way up, but not really. And you kind of want to hear the way down, so it's kind of like, wow. I could fuck up the first bend, I could fuck up the second bend, or the third bend. Like, within the first 5 seconds of the solo, bro, there's already a 100% chance of me fucking up. So before we take that run up, that goes from the 5th fret to the 12th fret, I switched to the neck pickup for this one, because I want the sound to be a bit more rounded. Listen to the difference. It kind of gives it that rolling feeling that I like when you're playing licks like this. It makes it feel like it's smoother because the edges are not that sharp, because the pick attack is not that sharp. So going from that first section to that lick, I felt that this first section is easier to play if I was picking closer to the bridge. And with this section, I picked closer to the neck because I felt like it gave me a bit more space away from all this shit so that I can do the proper hand movements. These are kind of like the small things that you kind of have to discover on your own when you're playing stuff, because everyone's technique, muscle memory, hand size, finger size, you can maybe perceive something to be easier if you pick somewhere else, and maybe your perception would change the way that you play things. I don't know, right? I'm not a scientist. I don't switch to the neck pickup until I get to this lick. And before that, we have those sweep arpeggios here, which quite frankly, I can't get them cleaner than what I did right now at that speed. It's beyond me. It sounds good in the mix though, and like, let's keep it that way. Those descending runs right here, I needed them to be very pick-attacky, right? I don't even remember if I made them pick-attacky, but they need to be pick-attacky because we have a drum fill happening. Slanting my pick slightly downward while doing these made it easier for me to get that pick attack sound because of physics. But it's weird, like in some attempts I wouldn't be able to hit any of these notes, and in some attempts it would be like so clean, so pick attacky, and I can't understand what the variables are here, but like I might be too in my head. Look at what I look like right now, bro. Like I'm a mess. Don't attempt this. It's a horrible solo to play. Final phrase of the solo is actually the most annoying one when it comes to accuracy, because we're doing this. It's a leap from right here into the, I don't even know what fret this is, 22? And we're bending it a full, maybe full and a half to. You need a lot of accuracy to hit that 22nd fret, but here's the trick. If you don't hit that 22nd fret, you can also get away with it by just bending as much as you need. Like in other attempts, I don't hit the fret, but it sounds okay. Anyway, just for fun, let me try to play this at 180 BPM, which is... So here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm never gonna play this solo again for a few years because this experience was exhausting. So you can spend years figuring that stuff out on your own, or you can go ahead and join my course, Improve Your Improv, which would not only teach you all that stuff, but it would teach you how to do that stuff on the spot because it's gonna improve your improv. The course is designed for the intermediate player who is good at playing solos or maybe copying some solos, but cannot build their own solos. So I show you my whole process of thinking, like how to build a solo, how to write a decent melody, and what is a decent melody, the different directions you can take a melody, right? But I also teach you how to build up to doing that on the spot while improvising. So if you don't hear any music in your head or any ideas while you're improvising, the course will teach you how to create things mechanically in order for you to embed them in your brain so that you can hear them organically. You like that? How do you like this, by the way? Promoting the course in front of the toilet? It doesn't mean the course is shitty though. Should have thought that through. Here's a discount code. You can use it. The link is in the description. The course has over 5 hours of video content. Maybe I should fix my hair while talking about this. The course has over 5 hours of video content. Goes in depth over all these topics. I still look like a crazy scientist. You also have access to the private Discord, which you can chat with me and other people who are taking the course. You're on the beginner side. I would not recommend to take the course now, unless you just want to learn about my approach to writing solos and stuff, because you don't want your technique to get in the way. If you feel like your technique is decent, then go ahead, take the course. And I will see you in the next video.